Welcome, folks. Well, today we're taking a trip down to Bikini Bottom to explore this splash-tastic sensation. I actually like that. Splash-tastic. It's like putting two words together. Splash and fantastic. Instead of it being splash fantastic, it's just shortened to splash-tastic. I like it. Anyway, this isn't just a cartoon adaptation, it's a full-blown Broadway extravaganza. See what I did there? Anyway, get ready to put on your imagination goggles because we're about to talk SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway musical. How'd you like that one? Did it sound okay? Oh, it sounded fine. SpongeBob SquarePants The Broadway Musical has a book by Kyle Jarrow and songs by various artists including Panic at the Disco, Plain White T's, John Legend, Cyndi Lauper, and Sarah Bareilles, to name a few. Based on the Nickelodeon animated television series SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical follows SpongeBob's attempts to avert a volcanic eruption that could potentially wipe out all life in Bikini Bottom. Well, that would just suck. I know it would. I know. Terrible. In August of 2015, Nickelodeon announced that a SpongeBob musical would premiere in Chicago before a Broadway run in late of 2016. Now, throughout early 2016, Nickelodeon executives met with Broadway theater owners to arrange its Broadway premiere. Now, Michael Rydell of the New York Post stated that Broadway representatives were impressed after seeing a first presentation of the show. Well, with the production costing upwards of $20 million, the show opened in June of 2016 at Chicago's Oriental Theater, starring Tony nominee most recently seen in the Universal film adaptation of Wicked, Mr. Ethan Slater, actress and singer most recently seen in Broadway's Tootsie, Miss Lily Cooper, British musical theater actor who originated the role of Bert in both the West End and Broadway versions of Mary Poppins, Mr. Gavin Lee, and Academy Award nominee last seen in 2022's film Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Stephanie Sue. Now, the original Chicago production received mostly positive reviews. Chris Jones of the Chicago Tribune praised both the cast and the production values. He wrote positively of the show's songs, writing that the musical's biggest gamble, a score made up of singles by different songwriters and unified by orchestrator Tom Kitt, works quite beautifully. Nonetheless, he warned the transition to Broadway now needs to involve a dialing back of excess and more attention to truth. Bikini Bottom truth, sure, but metaphorically human veracity. Now, Barbara Vitella of the Daily Herald commented on the actors' costumes and performances, stating that the imaginative costumes that add a punch of color to the glittering sea green and aquamarine backdrop are among the show's delights. In December 2017, it would prove to be the best day ever, as the cast of SpongeBob welcomed Broadway audiences to the Palace Theater for a night of undersea adventures and Bikini Bottom boogies. Wait, did you say Bikini Bottom boogie? Well, that kind of reminds me of If It Had Been for Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Why are you looking at me all funny like that? Oh, that's right. You're doing a podcast. I'm so sorry, folks. Back to the show. The production, which ran for 327 performances, starred pretty much the same cast from the Chicago run, as well as welcoming musical theater and television actor Wesley Taylor, an actor, comedian, and original voice of SpongeBob himself, as well as Heifer in the 1993's animated series Rocko's Modern Life, Mr. Tom Kenny. Now, the Broadway production opened to similar reviews. Ben Brantley of the New York Times called it a ginormous giggle of a show, and particularly praised Slater's performance as the title character. Peter Marks of the Washington Post explained that although the show displays impressive design and engineering, along with exuberant neon-colored sets and costumes, its lumbering, drawn-out plot makes the show a novelty recommendable only to true fans of the original source material. Well, by October of 2019, Nickelodeon announced it would air a television special of the show, titled The SpongeBob Musical, live on stage, this time to be filmed in front of a live audience and feature members of the original Broadway cast. Now, the production was released later on DVD on November 3rd of 2020 and includes both the full-length version aired in December of 2019 and the sing-along version aired in January of 2020. Now, a unique German language tour of the production opened in October of 2022 in Berlin, hence becoming the first official public display of the show outside of North America. Co-produced by German Nickelodeon and Showslot, a German musical production company, all the costumes and sets were completely redesigned, with the center of the set design being a big pineapple that opened to reveal the scenes inside. So wait, let me get this straight. So a giant pineapple opens, and the scenes are inside the pineapple? So is that kind of like, I don't know, like James and the Giant Peach? You know, when the peach somehow, opens up and all the little buggies and critters come out? Nope. Okay, sorry, my bad, my bad. Just thought I'd chime in and ask a question, but apparently that's not what you meant. Sorry. Well, the UK then wanted its piece of the famous pineapple under the sea, so in April of 2023, the musical would premiere at the Mayflower Theatre in Southampton, with an additional 5 weeks at the Queen Elizabeth Hall in London. The tour would cast British actor and singer-songwriter Gareth Gates, actor, singer, and British television personality Tom Wilson, British actor and singer best known for competing in the first series of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, Britain's own drag queen, Davina De Campo, and British actress and social media personality Hannah Lothar. Well, by August of 2024, the first Hebrew-speaking production of the musical premiered in Israel, starring Israeli actor, director, and TV personality Ido Maseri and Israeli voice actor Gilad Kleiter. Now, fun fact, both of these actors are the original voice actors of the characters in the Hebrew dub of the animated TV series since its premiere in 2003. Now, this production had some notable changes. Many props and set designs were created more literally, unlike the original Broadway musical's implied props. The production utilized a large flower-shaped LED screen in the middle of the stage, showing custom-rendered visuals without using any of SpongeBob's original art assets, to support the story rather digitally than physically. Unfortunately, all of the Patchy the Pirate segments were cut, and some scenes were shortened to fit the show into a shorter runtime. Oh, Chris, can I do this last part, please, 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 please? Fine. Oh, goody. SpongeBob reminds us that even in the face of chaos and impending doom, friendship, optimism, and a good dose of silliness can save the day. It's a reminder that everyone, no matter how small or square. Oh, that reminds me, Susan wanted to know if you were still on for square dancing later? Sorry. No matter how small or square, everyone has the potential to be a hero. Until next time, keep your inner child alive, your spirits high, and remember, we may all be individuals, but we're all in this together. If you believe in yourself with a tiny pinch of magic, all your dreams can come true. Thank you, Mr. McGilly, for joining me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Sorry, I just thought they might want to hear it.